Hey everyone, and welcome to another gtaonline video here on the channel. Today we are once again talking about the Titan 250D, and more specifically its very glaring issue with the weak control surfaces that get shot off from the smallest of explosions. A quick recap if you haven't seen any of the other videos already. Basically, the Titan 250D, it's not out yet, but through other methods we can use it early, and through using it, it has a lot of armor, but not really, because if you shoot the end of it with any sort of explosion, doesn't matter what it is, just one explosion, its control surfaces fall off and you basically lose all control of the plane, which means you're dead, making the armor useless. So I've been using it in actual PvP scenarios and public lobbies over the past few days, and it's become very clear that this issue will in fact ruin the aircraft if it's not fixed. Every single time we've been taken out of the sky using this was because of one rocket or explosive round hitting the back and making us fall out of the sky. In fact, just the other day, we had 2 Titans in the sky, and one person who was off radar with explosive rounds took out both of our Titans in a matter of 5 seconds. We just both had the tails shot off and then fell out of the sky within seconds. There's nothing you could do at that point. So it's very clear that this will be a massive issue if it's not changed before the official launch of the aircraft. We have another E-rounder, it looks like. Man, very balanced. Now here's the good news though. I went and messaged TezFunds2, who knows how different aspects of the game function under the hood, and so I asked him, hey, is this issue with the Titan possible for them to fix via some sort of background update or a script of some sort in the tunables? And he replied, yes. The good news for you is that they've added an unused native function with this DLC, and that function is set plane control sections should break off from explosions. This is already used within the mission controller script, I assume for the new mode that features the Titan 250D. All they have to do is use this on the Titan 250D within the background update, assuming they don't already have a tunable that does this already. It is that simple. And he went and implemented this himself in his own testing environment. You can see this function being activated here in this picture, and he's clearly in gtaonline, as you can see by the minimap icons in the video. And the plane is no longer made useless by just one explosive round. The control surfaces no longer fall off from getting hit by a measly explosive. So all it takes is this one function, one line of code for them to bring this plane up to an almost perfect level, in my opinion. He also said that they can make it so that the back isn't entirely immune to being shot off, but rather it just takes a certain amount of damage to do so. So that's also an option for them. He then went on to explain to me that they actually have a bunch of tunable variables to adjust the Titan 250D's weaponry on the fly. He said that they can adjust its damage at center, at edge, radius, and reload speed through tunables. Which means if they want to strengthen or weaken anything about the Titan's guns, they don't have to do it through a full-on patch update, they can adjust it in the background whenever they want to. And in my opinion, I do think the 40mm could use a bit of a buff to its blast radius, judging how it only has like 0.5 more blast radius than the 25mm cannon, and that shoots way faster. And overall, it just feels like the least impressive one out of the bunch. It feels like the explosive particle effect it creates should warrant a bigger blast radius than it does. Now, I will cut Rockstar some slack here because, yeah, the plane isn't technically out yet to purchase. The only reason we are able to play around with it early and test things early is because of glitches. I know a lot of people were commenting on my video pointing out this flaw, like, oh, you're complaining about a plane that isn't even out yet, come on now. But let me just tell you this, it's actually a good thing that we had access to it early, so that we can actually point out these glaring flaws with it and bring some more attention to it before it actually comes out for everyone to purchase. So that when it does come out, these things are hopefully fixed. And maybe Rockstar was going to implement this function on it before launch already, but do you know that for sure? I sure as hell don't. And judging by the past few big planes we've gotten being flops and the Babushka armor still really not being up to par even after 7 years, yeah, you really can't be mad at me for assuming the worst here when it comes to their balancing decisions. But now the ball is entirely in their court. They have the simple fix right there. They know the problem exists. Do they fix the plane by the time it comes out officially so that it's actually worth the $5 million price tag? Or do they choose to not implement one of the easiest fixes of all time by just enabling one function in the background? All we're doing here is pointing out the flaws and showing that the solutions are right there, not even requiring a full game client update to do so. And the way I see it, there is really no excuse for the plane to not have this fixed by the time it actually comes out. But thank you to Tez for looking into this problem more in depth and for implementing the easy solution for us all to see. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. And like, it's actually just gonna ruin the vehicle if that's just gonna be the way it's taken out.